Hello, my name is CarX82, and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. Just kind of taking a look at my oil infrastructure here, and I'm thinking, just from, I guess I don't really need to do that, but I'm thinking, from calculating a bit, I need. This recipe is a 1-to-1 recipe, and I need 5 buckets of oil for the 5 buckets of light fuel to the 1 heavy fuel, and that'll give me 6 buckets of diesel. And kind of figuring out how much energy it takes to do 5 buckets and how much energy it takes to get 1 bucket of heavy fuel here. It does seem like pumping the oil is a pretty large net gain. Like I think it uses, for all those processes, I think it's about 200,000 EU, I think. And then if we look at what I actually get from fuel, if I can find it, it's hard to find. It's one of these. There it is. Yeah, I can never find it. So I get 6 buckets of this, and then each one of these is 480,000. So it seems like even just 1 bucket of fuel gets me enough EU to make all the oil and then cover what it is costing to pump this, I believe. I did move this. I did a bunch of testing with different chunks, and there was one chunk over there that I was getting 57, but I felt like it wasn't that big of an improvement to put it outside my base. I wanted to have it over here. But as you remember, I was getting about 39 per pump on this one, and if we look at this one, I just turn it on, I'm getting 50. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm really not very good at vanilla redstone, unfortunately, but you could probably do maybe like a comparator on a tank kind of thing to have this shut off when it gets full. I am just not very good at doing that. I may try later in the future. But yeah, and I need to make the fuel that we need, the diesel. I need 5 buckets of oil for the light fuel and 3.5 for the heavy fuel. So as we can see, I only need about 8.5 buckets to get 6 buckets worth of diesel, and it gets that pretty quickly. Yeah, so I think kind of what I'm thinking maybe doing is maybe getting a tank, a large tank, and having it kind of fill up the tank. And then kind of for now, just manually turning it on and off if it's needed, because it does void the fuel, the oil. If this output hatch is full, it'll void it. So I don't want that happening. And I believe this number is actually going to eventually go down once I pull out oil. Like every certain amount of ticks, it has a chance of dropping, and you'll eventually deplete the oil field. But that takes quite a long time. As we can see, I've pumped out quite a bit here, and it's still going at 50 oil. Eventually, I do want to pump heavy oil, which will be over there, but that's a whole kind of new challenge because it is quite far away. But for now, I think this is going to work. I do want to craft up a tank, though, so I'm going to turn this off for now. The other issue is trying to get the batteries out of here. Since I'm inputting and pulling out the batteries, this is a bit kind of like fiddly. The easiest way would be to have it powered directly from the base, so that may be an option. I haven't quite thought about yet, but for now I think I'm actually just going to, we'll do that. I could break this one too to access it, but yeah, that looks so bad. No, I don't like that. We're just going to throw this back on. Alright, just double check that's all covered, yeah. So I think we're gonna, yeah, get a tank for the oil, and then just kind of have that fill up as needed. I should craft some more, maybe some more batteries. Yeah, I'm thinking of actually, nah, it's fine. I was thinking about maybe put that up, because I hate voiding steam. I feel like it's a waste of power, but at this point, I don't think it really matters. Alright, anyway, so I think I want to do the large tank. Is it that? No, hammer, soft. How do you do this hermetic, was it hermetic casing or whatever it was? So it was large around steel, was it? Oh boy, I was trying to do this, yeah. Alright, so it's 6. For some reason I thought it was more than that. Oh. I wonder if heat, curious if heat, or how much the oil is hot when it comes out. I don't really know. I don't think so, but I could even craft these. These are pretty easy to make. Anyway, let me get this tank crafted up, and yeah, we'll kind of figure out where I'm going today. I think I want to possibly get the circuit boards crafted up, these plastic circuit boards, and go from there. Alright, I am back, and I got the super tank, and I got a pump, and I got a couple different types of pipes here, because I'm a bit curious at what temperature the oil is considered. Because these tiny plastic pipes are much easier to use, or to craft, I think. Yeah, because it's just one ingot or one plastic sheet, and you get 2. And this is equal to stainless steel pipes, tiny stainless steel pipes. As we can see, like, I was debating on doing these, and these are about 50% better, so I'm curious if these would actually work. So is that where I want it? I kind of want it here, actually. Yeah, that's... Or even right here, and then I can go up underneath. Do I? Yeah, I do. I figured I had. I'm going to waste a little bit of oil, but that's not a problem. So let's just switch these around. I guess maybe on this side. I would like to test if the oil will, like, burn these pipes, though. So I'm going to put that on the side just for testing purposes, I think. Export. We gotta. Ooh, this does not have batteries in it, does it? No. I crafted more batteries as well. So let's go get those. Crafted 8 more batteries. And is that running? Yeah. I'll borrow these. Oop. Yep, that was a bad idea. I had this running and I took the batteries out, so I ended up losing a aluminum ingot there. That was not the smartest of ideas. Anyway, those will charge back up. The other issue I'm starting to notice is my pollution is like 500,000 is just at the threshold of bad effects, I think. So I may need to upgrade my mufflers to lower the pollution, I think, because that's getting pretty close here. Okay, so I'm gonna put one pipe there. And I also gotta figure out a better solution for this. It did rain. It doesn't rain in this little area though, because of the biome. I'm in a hot biome, but it didn't explode or anything, so that was a good sign. So that should be pumping. It's going in there. And that is going into the pipes, and they're not burning up or anything. So I may just end up using tiny plastic fluid pipes, although that seems a bit it seems silly to be using plastic pipes to transport oil, because that's that's not how it's done in the real world. So I don't know. I may end up just doing like steel or something like that, just because, I don't know, it just feels kind of weird. Can I? Yeah, and I can plug that off. Anyway, I'll probably just let this run until these batteries just they run out of juice, and then we will kind of see what's going on here. Kind of the plan is to draw the pipeline down and over. Don't know if I'm going to end up powering this or just use batteries. I'm not entirely sure. The main reason I got batteries in the first place was because I was planning on doing it about 30 chunks away, and there's no way I would be running cable that far. So that's originally the reason I did a battery buffer. Anyway, we'll just kind of let that run and see how much oil we get from that. And let's move on. I just realized my pickaxe is almost done. And I think I want to... Oh, I already have a thing in there. I may swap out the material for the ardite, because that's a bit difficult to find. All right, anyway, let's move on. And I think... Let's see. Okay, I'm not going to craft 16 large stainless steel fluid pipes. I mean, that is a ton. I mean, 16, that's almost a stack and a half. That's like a stack and a half of stainless steel, and I don't have a need for something that big. I mean, I got a decent wrench, but that's... I mean, I can smelt it back down. It's not the end of the world, but I don't have that much stainless steel on me. I only have 51 on me. All right. Moving on, though. Plastic circuit boards require a plastic plate with sulfuric acid to make the empty board. So let's see. So this needs, depending on the thing that you use, you get more or less. So obviously at first I'm going to be doing polyethylene. How many does this want me to create, by the way? Just one? Is that the right amount? Oh, does it need it for this too? Okay, gotcha. So it needs 6 for the copper foil. And I have this solution. So that's good. Although it does use 500. It's quite a bit. But the plastic circuit boards require a chemical reactor with sulfuric acid in it. Okay. So how do we want to do this? Alright, so this is interesting. I do have a chemical reactor with sulfuric acid already in it, actually. Can I put that there? Yeah. I can maybe double this up depending on what I want to use out of it. So that actually, I was going to craft a new chemical reactor, but I actually, if I already have sulfuric acid in there, I think we're good. I just have some of this stuff running, using up that oil. So that goes in there, right? Yeah. And then I put water in there. I was thinking about maybe turning this into a water one, because I have the water line right there, and doing kind of what I did over here. Whichever one that like sends the cells back and forth to get water. But I would need a way to get the sulfuric acid in this, the hydrogen sulfide, I'm sorry. Which I could maybe do. Yeah, see this, dealing with this hydrogen sulfide is another kind of thing I need to. So I have to do that manually. How would I can't go under. No, because the one that's going under is, I don't know. I guess for now it's just going to be a manual kind of deal. Especially where I have this set up. Maybe if I had it moved over one, that's probably what I could do. Move this whole setup down one, and I would have to have another fluid canner right here. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about that right now. Just going to get a bunch of water cells here. Alright, and that will kind of work its way down here. So, to get the plastic, or the plastic boards, I need one of these, so 1 to 1. Let's do a few. How about we do like 8? So that would require yeah, because you get 4. Okay, I'm gonna need more of that, obviously. How about we do, we'll just do we'll get some of this crafting up. So this should work. I don't know how much this uses either, I didn't look. Is that 1,000? 500. It's not a small amount. I'm still... Yeah, I'm not using this. This isn't... I don't know. I don't have a continuous supply of the hydrogen sulfide. Is also a thing. How much do I get out of this? 10? And it uses 50? Oh, it uses 15. Or 25 to 10. Yeah, it's not the best ratio. Anyway, so there's the good plastic boards. Throw those back in. So a bunch of copper we need for this. We can throw that in there. It seems a bit strange the medium circuit boards use gold, and then the higher tier boards use copper. Doesn't that seem a bit strange? Like even looking at that, well, I was thinking like that kind of looks like almost copper as, oops. Like this one almost looks like it should have gold on it. All right, but anyway, there is the plastic circuit board. So let's go ahead and clean this. I guess polyethylene. Not that that's difficult to make anymore. And that opened up this. They're needed for high tier circuits. Yep. Yeah, this gallium doesn't seem like I'm going to be... Gallium doesn't seem like it's ever going to be super easy to produce either. Because bauxite ore, which I can get a lot of gallium from, doesn't spawn... Yeah, don't you need like a... It only spawns in space, right? The moon is one thing. So before I can get bauxite to get gallium, I would have to be going to the moon. So I don't know if any other ways like bees or even crops. Maybe I could do crops to double my sphalerite or zinc. Maybe that will be kind of a thing I need to look into. So maybe, I think it's, is it Gal? Yeah, Galvania seeds. Is it this? Yeah, you do the Galvania leaves with sphalerite and water, and you get 4. So it like quadruples the ore, although you still need that originally. It doesn't produce it out of nowhere. To do that, you would need UU matter. That is a long time. So maybe I will even have to look into crafting up a IC2 crop. Probably not going to do a lot of that while recording, but I may show how it is done. I don't mind IC2 like crop reading. The problem is you have to like watch it continuously because you get the weeds. So it's kind of like you do something and you have to kind of run back over and make sure there's no weeds, and go do something and then come back and make sure there's no weeds. And at least it was last time I tried to do that. I don't know if there's like a weeder. Although this is a thing. Automatically picks weeds. That does not have a recipe though. So maybe it's not not implemented or disabled, or I don't know. Anyway. So we got these. I have a lot of this stuff already. We got those. SMD, yeah, gallium foil is a thing. Do I have any gallium? Because I do get I have gallium arsenide. I already put it together. Do I get this from... Yeah, it's such a small chance. Ugh. These are another way to get it. Although I'm not seeing a way to get that comb. Anyway, yeah, let me get some of this. Let me get some gallium here. How much sphalerite do I have? Like none. Okay, so this is a thing. How do I make these? Oh, I can't make these yet. All right. Because I don't have polyvinyl chloride. Don't I need that to make these? Or silicon rubber. I can't remember how to make this. It's like chlorine and polyvinyl chloride would probably be easier. Here. Vinyl chloride. So this is just ethylene, which I'm producing, and I need to add chlorine to it. Or, yeah, there's multiple ways you can do it. Hydrochloric acid, which I actually do produce, and oxygen. But I feel like this would just be easy. Well, yeah, I still need the ethylene. All right, why don't we go ahead and produce this before I finish up this episode. It looks like I just need... I can pump ethylene into it, I think. So ethylene with 2 chlorine. How do we get... Chlorine is sodium, I think. Yeah. Sodium chloride would be the easiest way to get it. Yeah, rock salt, potassium. Have I crafted any of that stuff up? I have not. Although I have a ton of it. And I think we get 4 from each of these. Alright, so I need to craft up a... I need a couple machines here, don't I? So here's the ethylene. Let me figure this out, and we will come back. Alright, a bit of a change of plan. I'm going to craft up the machines for the polyvinyl chloride in between episodes. Right now we are going to... Oops, I don't have that. I thought I had everything I needed, but I need one of those. What we're going to test out is the circuit programmer. Now there's 2 different ones. There's this one, which opened up from this quest. So this circuit programmer. And then there's also this circuit programmer, which has a different recipe. It was more circuits in it and a whole lot of robot arms. So I'm a little curious what the difference is, and I think it'd be cool if, I guess, if we check out both kinds. That I need for the other one. Yeah, I'm not sure what the difference is here. Maybe the circuit programmer is not what I was thinking is. I don't know. I'll probably craft up the stuff for this also. Just requires a lot of steel though. That is a thing. Because this is 5 ingots. This is 6 ingots each. So that needs, well, I guess it's 48 steel. It's not the end of the world. I don't know. But that I will do in between episodes. Alright, but this quest item just requires one of these circuits. There we go. And it needs to be an assembler. I need 288 molten soldering alloy. And an assembler. Okay, so that'll be 2 ingots, right? I'm assuming, yeah. Alright, so that's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Can this be done in a, no, it has to be done in the MV one, which is fine. Alright, and then I am pulverizing up my salt to get ready for the other machines. Alright, I'll throw that back in there. That's what's going on over here. I can probably turn this off. Although I'm not even really burning through a lot of fuel anyway. It's more for the pollution. It's dropped down again because I turned my blast furnace off, but as soon as I fire this back up again, yeah, it'll start going up. Anyway, assembler. So those go in there. 2 of those. Did I not see what the time was on that? Oh, it's only 30 seconds. So that's actually not that bad. Yeah, it hasn't gone up yet. There's also pretty bad pollution in this chunk as well, 475. So I think also I'm going to craft the better tier mufflers and see what difference that makes. So this reduces pollution to nothing. This does 15% less pollution. Can I skip all the way to this? I could probably skip all the way to that if I wanted. I don't know. I will think about that. No, I can't. I need a HV assembler. All right. Anyway, so here is this. It needs to be charged, apparently. I don't know. I'll take that. It actually gave me circuits. That's cool. Just charge it. I guess I'll try to... in here? No, tier 1. I'm assuming... in there? Yeah. It only has 10,000 EU per buffer, so not a lot. But it does need an LV. And you can do it at a battery buffer or even in there, in the LV machine. Alright, so here's my circuits. So what does this thing do? You just put that in there and say, I want 8. And there you go. Alright, so yeah, That's pretty cool. I like that. The only thing it doesn't have is a 0. So if you want like them to stack, they would have to be the same. But definitely I like this circuit programmer. I may craft up the other one to see what it does. I'm just curious. And yeah, next episode we'll come back. I want to get the rest of these SMD circuits. So I need to get some gallium and this polyvinyl chloride, just so I can make some better circuits. And last, let's go see if that burned up my plastic pipe, which it did not. So obviously you can transport it in plastic pipes. I still don't know if I'm going to. It would be cheaper and easier to get, but I don't know. Let's see how much. So we got 138,000 buckets from 8 MV batteries. I would have to work out. Well, that's so 8 of these is 3.2 million EU. Can I get 3.2 million out of 138,000 bucket or 138 buckets of oil? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can, considering one craft of the fuel. One bucket of fuel gets you 480,000 EU, and you get 6 from the one recipe. So yeah, definitely is worth it. But anyway, I'll get that all hooked up and run the cabling over and all sorts, and we'll come back next episode and continue progression. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.